Hello there, 4thDimension by Trading Time, Shaun here. This is an update ahead of CPI. Obviously, a great deal happening and going on, so very important day once more. Begin with what's expected, month on month, expected to be down a little bit, just plus 0.4. Last month was plus 0.5. Year on year drops a little bit more, 6%. Last month was 6.4. The core expected plus 0.4, same as last month, and year on year 5.5 as against 5.6. So we'll begin with the dollar index. It's just in this zone at 103.69 to 45, so it's in the middle of it at the moment. The really important thing is there is actually no real support until 180 and then of course 128, so there is space for the market to fall. On the upside, major resistance 105.10 to 47. On the weekly chart, really looking at the downside, I suppose, 180 is the limit of range for the week, which of course connects with that daily zone. Next, gold. I've talked about fear. That's what makes gold go up. But eventually fear turns into reality. And that's exactly what happened yesterday. So suddenly the spread has moved up. The yellow line has moved up significantly. And so this is a very important turn of events. It is still bullish for gold, though. There's no doubt about it. It means that people want to buy nearby futures instead of looking at what the back months are doing. In terms of the daily chart, we got that stochastic signal ahead of payroll last Thursday, and we've just accelerated higher since then. 1939.7 is the next upside level, and then we have more of a powerful zone at 1966.1 to 75.2. In terms of historical support, 1878.4. Weekly chart, we have a limit of range for the week at 1944.5, so that connects with some of those daily levels, and also the monthly does as well, and that has the final extreme at 1982.1. Also have to look at the short-term chart, and the latest breakout point is 1881.6, so again that connects with that historical level at 78.4. Onto silver, a double power play signal. So the one yesterday was very powerful. The other thing that's happened is a daily resistance has moved to the bottom, so we're pretty much at a minor level at 2190, but effectively there's nothing above until 2487.5, so a long way away. Below 2190 is 2117, and then of course the major level, which is at 2082.5. Limit of range for the week on silver 2250, and for the month 2370. In terms of bond markets, the 5-year note is the most important one. We've been talking about that for quite a few weeks now. We've had an incredibly rare occurrence in that we've had 3 power plays in a row. This is incredibly rare on any market, let alone something that's normally quite slow as the 5-year note. The extreme for today is 111.17, so that's just for today only. If we were to make 4 power plays in a row, that would be a sign of exhaustion, and we have to pull back. However, ahead of that still, we have a major zone of resistance at 110.08 to 110.29. Also worth remembering, it's a little bit, quite a long way away, but that monthly level is actually going to move down by the end of the month as well. Key support 108.06. In terms of indexes, 2 different markets to look at. Ahead of payroll, I said that the Dow was the most important level, the Dow future, That remains the case as a resistance at 32,951. And on the downside, it's the S&P future, and we have that weekly level at 3824.75. So in conclusion, the problems with regional banking, which I talked about yesterday, trying to explain what's been going on, SIVB, etc., has placed the CPI with slightly less significance than normal, unless the CPI is hotter than expected. This adds to the Fed's problems that I talked about yesterday, and creates volatility, because the market is then going to be confused about whether they should be raising rates to fight inflation, or they have to take care of regional banking, and so they're not going to raise rates. So it could be a lot of volatility on a hot number. The dollar index trend is sideways, but there is little support. 105.10 to 47 is the key resistance. Gold trend is up. Various partial profit taking levels above 1939.7, the third deviation weekly extreme, 44.5. 1966.10 to 75.20, and then the monthly extreme just a little bit above that at 1982.1. Very important to remember that fear has turned into reality. Key support on the number today, 1881.6 to 1878.4. Silver trend is up with that double power play, and resistance is weak. Key support 2117 and 2082.5. 5 years remains the key bond market. Final major resistance 110.08 to 29. Critical support 108.06, and just for today, if we go a bit mad, 111.17 is the extreme for today. On futures, in terms of indexes, 3824.75 on the S&P futures is your level below, and above 32,951 on the Dow future. Okay, thank you.